Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to just call you up. I'm in a parking lot, of course, and I wanted to call you up and just say thank you. I wanted to say thank you to all of you. Now, a big truck, I think, is coming. Oh, Lord. Is he going to park right next to me? I'm telling you, I'm like a blood to sharks. I already had to put up this window because across the parking lot is that backyard something restaurant that I told you about, and they got music blaring. So I put this window up, I put that window down for air, and now that truck is just parked, and it just pulled up right when I started talking. So I'll put that window up. It's going to be a short video because it will get hot in here quick. But okay, back to why I'm calling you up. I wanted to thank all of you. I wanted to thank all the subscribers, all the ones that probably are not subscribed but still watch. I wanted to thank all those that comment, all those that watch and don't comment. I just wanted to give a big blanket thank you. A thank you for putting up with my wonky videos, especially these car vlog ones in parking lots, because I'll tell you, I don't even go back and watch them because I know when I'm making it. Let's see if he goes away. That was pretty close to me. He almost took out a tree. In this parking lot, they have, little trees. He almost took one out. Put that down. Okay. Like I said, these parking lot vlogs, this is what happens. And, of course, I get distracted by people watching, so I'm always all over the place. I don't know why anyone would bother to watch, but people do, so he's gonna take out one of these little parking lot trees. Backing up. I'm looking real quick, see if there's some place I should move to. Let's move. I'll just keep you right there. As you can see, he's backing up, and look, almost right behind me, and he's still backing up. So let's well, this is live. Let's move up here. These little trees, they don't give enough shade, and the ones that do, people have already parked under. Let's see if this is good. Let's go to this one. Okay, I feel like this will be better. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, good thing I moved. I don't know if I can show you. He's dumping. Let's see. No, I don't think I can. He is dumping. It looks like he's dumping a big mountain of mulch, it looks like, right where my car was parked. I wonder why he wouldn't come out and tell me, ask me to move, and I wonder why it has to be dumped right there. I don't know. I so want to show you. Let's see if I can see what. don't think you can see it. I'm sorry. See what I mean? Oh, now it's two big piles. You know what? I'll take a picture after this and put it on my community tab. My car would have been under mulch. And so back to why I'm calling you. Again, to thank everyone. I've made some really great connections through hitting the button and making videos and posting things, and some of you have emailed me privately and shared some afflictions you have in your body, and a couple others have emailed me about just things that they're going through in life, and excuse me, have said that I've been a strength and an encouragement. And I'm thankful that I can be that. That's what I strive for, is to be an encourager. And, you know, in order to be an encourager, you have to have gone through a few things in this life to learn that God can take us through anything, and He can send encouragement to us besides, you know, through reading His Word. You know, I'm always encouraging people to read their Bible. That's encouraging. And then if we're in a Bible preaching, teaching church, that's encouraging. And we make connections, we make friends here, there, and everywhere, and God can lay us on someone's heart to pray for us. And you know what? I was listening to a cassette tape. Believe me, can you believe I still have cassette tapes? Lots of them. And this was a message preached by one of our missionaries that has died a few years back. She was 96 or 97 when she died, but her and her husband and 5 kids had gone over to Africa and had been over there for years as missionaries. Well, oh, I don't know. These allergies, if I'm going to get through this video. In this message that she was preaching, she was talking about how at one time she was having just awful pain in her leg. And it was making it hard for her to do things. You know, with 5 kids, you can imagine, especially in a different country, and trying to build churches and being out at different preaching points. Sometimes her and her husband would be together. Sometimes he'd have to go off someplace else to preach, and he'd leave her in charge to preach wherever they, you know, were at. Sometimes that's just the way that it is when you're working for God like that. Anyway, she had this awful pain in her hip down to her leg. I don't think she said it was sciatic. But whatever it was just awful. She was almost having to drag that one leg when she was walking. And to have to stand to preach like that, it was just getting really hard. And one day she was standing, I think she was washing dishes. And here comes that truck. Can you believe it? She was washing dishes and that pain came. And she started praying, you know, not complaining, but just talking to the Lord like I'm talking to you. We're just transparent. God knows what's in our heart anyway. But she's just telling the Lord about that pain and just how unbearable it was, and making it hard to get things done that she needed to get done. And she said something like, "Oh God, if someone would just be praying for me somewhere, if they would just, you know, feel impressed to pray for me, anywhere, anyone." And God did that. God woke up this man that didn't even know this missionary and her husband. he was also from church, but I believe he was over here in the States. And God woke him up with the name of this couple and told him that prayer was needed. So he got up and prayed, and then he felt like to wake up his wife. He woke up his wife, and he told his wife the name that God gave him, and she didn't recognize it. And he said, well, I know that I heard from the Lord, and that these missionaries need prayer. I've already prayed. Won't you bind together and pray with me? And him and his wife prayed and prayed. A couple hours more they prayed. And then he called the church and told, I don't know if it was the pastor or the assistant pastor, theirs, said, who are these people? And told the name. And the man said, well, those are missionaries over in Africa. And this man said, well, God woke me up early this morning. I think it was like 4 o'clock or close to 4 in the morning. God woke me up to pray, and that burden wouldn't lift, and I woke my wife up. And we've prayed a couple more hours and still having this burden. Could we get the word out to the church, and have church-wide prayer for this couple? I know that God has burdened us to pray. So the word went out, and church got to praying, and phone call was made over there to Africa to this couple and said, God woke up a man from our church early this morning with your name to pray for. And then he woke up his wife, and then called the church, and we've called the church-wide prayer, focused prayer on you and your husband. Is everything okay? And she told them, she said, about that pain in her hip down to her leg and how hard it's been. And she said, I was washing dishes and just talking to the Lord, and I told the Lord how wonderful it would be if he would just put me on someone's heart, to pray for. And then it happened. And well, when she heard how God had done that, she said that she took off in that kitchen dancing in the spirit, her hands lifted up, just thanking God. And that leg pain went away, and she never had it again. So the Lord knows why she got it. She could have got that pain and struggled with it so that the Lord could move on this couple and then on that church to pray and whatever. God got the glory out of it. And I just think that that's so encouraging. And now I forget why I was starting to share that with you. I forgot. But anyway, I was saying how God can encourage us anyway. God can encourage us any way he sees fit. You know that story of the prophet? He was by that river, Cherith, or the brook, Cherith, and was hungry. God could have let food fall down from heaven like he did for the people of Israel when they were coming out of Egypt, remember? Manna. And or God could have sent anyone over there to that brook to feed that little hungry prophet. But God, do you remember what God used? He used a raven to feed that prophet. So why did he use a raven? Who knows? And who cares? He's God. He's sovereign. That means he can do whatever he wants, however he wants. And thank God he used that raven to feed that prophet. But what I'm saying is God can do anything. And when you think about the things that he has done and that he's doing, it is just amazing, isn't it? It's awesome. I heard someone say before, awesome. That word awesome is a word that people use when they can't think of a word to describe something that is just, you don't have a word for it. And so awesome. And that's just how, there is a song that says, our God is awesome. And he sure is. And I'm thankful to know him. I'm not ashamed that I know him. And I'm not ashamed to tell other people about him. No. He has been so good to me, and he just gets sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. That's another song. You can tell I'm just filled with Bible, and I'm filled with songs, old songs, new songs. Sometimes when I'm doing some chores, I'll get to singing a certain song or a certain chorus, and I'll get to singing it, and then another song or chorus will come into my mind, and I'll just switch off into that one, and I haven't even finished the other one. But the Lord don't care. He loves it all when we sing to Him. When we think of His goodness, He just loves it all, and He pays attention to those that worship Him. Bible says it. He's seeking those that will worship Him in spirit and in truth. So when you're seeking for something, you're looking diligently. If I lost my keys right now, and you know that I have before, I'm seeking, I'm diligent about finding them. Well, God's that way about seeking for those that will worship Him. Oh, it's just wonderful. I was in Jamie's Hooked, this morning, saying that I was wrestling with myself between doing outdoor chores and inside chores, and I can't do both all in one day. Physically, I just can't. And I don't know how much I'm going to get done. I did start this morning, scrubbing the bathroom. I got the bathroom all done. That's just something you keep up with. But it had to be done. But I'm having some trouble with this left shoulder and this left arm, and it started sometime Sunday. And this is the shoulder that I had 2 major surgeries on, 2 major reconstruction surgeries. So I really can't be doing too much as far as, like this, wiping things down. Although I'm right-handed, I'm right-handed, I'll clean with my right hand and move things out of the way with the left. Well, the left arm doesn't go out. It doesn't extend like I've told you. So, makes things a little difficult. So I don't know. I so wanted to get out in that chicken yard where my sunflower forest grows and do a lot of raking. I've pulled out all the dead stalks, but there's some little branches that have just fallen in that soil, and I want to get them out of there so the birds, well, they are birds, my chickens and gosling have some nice soft soil to sit on. Even though they're digging holes, it's just amazing how those chickens dig those holes to take their dust baths in. But I really wanted to get out there and rake and turn up that soil, but I'm not going to be able to do that today. I've checked on the baby peeps, and there's still only 3. So I'm going to wait until this coming Sunday, and if no more have hatched, I'll have to throw out all those eggs because they won't be any good. It's very warm in the chicken coop because I don't have all the windows open because those baby peeps need to stay warm. So it is warm in there. So if those eggs are not fertile and no more hatch by Sunday, they'll have to just be tossed out. A lady from my church who raises chickens, and she has a couple goats, she lives way out in the country, told me Sunday that she went to Tractor Supply out where she lives and bought 4 Polish hens. They're babies, but they are, they've been sexed, which means they know what sex they are, so they're going to be hens. And then she sent me a picture of them, the babies. Then she sent me a picture from Google Images of what they'll look like when they're grown. And they are so unique. I want one. I mean, I thought the silkies were unique, and I love my silkies. I even love the silky rooster. But these Polish hens, do any of you have Polish hens? They are so unique. I also found out that my local Tractor Supply, they're not making you buy 4 baby peeps now. You can buy 2. So that tells me they're getting down to where they're not going to be selling them anymore. I think that happened last May, too. And I have not gone over there to look because that is so tempting now that you only have to buy 2. I know that I would, if they had leghorns in Rhode Island Reds, I'd probably buy 1 of each. But I'm not going to. I have other expenses that have to be taken care of, and those have to wait till tomorrow, till Social Security Day. And what else? I was just gonna post a big thank you on my community tab, thanking people for staying with me, and there's been some new subscribers, which I really appreciate. I don't know how you found me, but I'm glad that you did. And I did get an email from someone that I don't know this person from anyone's lives. I stop in different people's lives, and I don't ever remember getting a comment from this person, so I don't know what that's all about. But it was letting me know in not such a nice way that I ought to be showing my crochet work if, and they put the word if in capital letters, if I really do crochet. And they ended it with a few choice words, which really confirmed to me that they're not part of our community, because those that are in our community that are sincere with themselves and with each other, all of us, we don't talk that way to each other. So probably just a fly-by-night person, but I deleted it. I had to go through my emails and delete, things, and then go to my spam and delete that, and then empty my trash and all that you have to do, because I only have my phone, so a lot of stuff takes up space. So I had to let that person go bye-bye. But I do crochet. I'm not lying about it, or I really do crochet, and I've been crocheting over 40 years. And I will get back to showing it. Right now, I'm tending to peeps. It's a lot of work. I mean, that hen, all they do is sit on the egg and then put those peeps under their wing, but I gotta be going back and forth and changing water. They need fresh water. They eat a lot when they're babies, and you don't want to put a ton of food in there because they poop too. So I put so much food in, and then I go and do some cleaning in there, and then put some more food, always changing the water. So, but I will be showing you my crochet. Well, 23 minutes, it's going to cut off anytime now. So I'll let you go, but thank you all again. And I'll go over there and take a picture of those 2 big mountains of that mulch that he dumped where my car was parked. Okay? Talk to you later.